Maybe. You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
Alright guys, take a look. Monkey bread, see? I baked it in a small little bundt pan. So what I'm gonna go ahead now is put some, oh, it's getting hard, Josh. Josh was over to the side. So I already started to do this mukbang earlier. And it involved a piece of homemade pizza, the little pan pizza that I did in one of the prior videos. Well, I actually had to redo the video, well, redo the pizza, not the video, because the thumbnail didn't come out good when I did the pizza outside. But it's the same thing, same recipe, same thing. I just cooked it inside on the stove. So I'm not going to be eating all of this, of course. But I started doing like I said, a recording early, and I had to end it because Joe was doing one of my pet peeves and I couldn't. That's going to be my new phrase, because in my last mukbang I said, I can't. I mean, I can't stand it. Let me tell you what that pet peeve was. It was not even on my list of pet peeves for today. Pet peeves. I can't stand when I'm recording a mukbang and it's a solo one, because I feel like people, when it comes to solo mukbangs, they like that intimacy, that quiet. You know, that's why they like car mukbangs. He's over there crinkling the foil, eating his slice of pizza. I asked him to stop. Politely, he stopped. Joe, would you stop that rustling over there, my darling? That's one of my pet peeves. When I'm trying to record a whole show, and they know I'm recording, but they're over there making, I don't know what that noise is. Joe, could you stop? Then he went in the kitchen and started to do something. I think he's boiling pigtails, so he started to throw off the water, fill the pot back ahead. Oh God, I'm like, Joe, you know, I don't like this noise in the background when I'm doing my mukbangs, right? And then I asked him to look at a cake that I'm baking for Jada, because Jada's going to a friend's giving or some foolishness later. Do me a favor. Can you check on those 3 cakes that's in there with a toothpick? Okay. Check on the cakes with a toothpick. Okay. And he slammed the cake. You know, part of it is because Joe can't hear, you know. Right, Josh? Because he can't hear. He slammed the cake on the cooling rack. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I can't. I had to stop. I was getting in this. Oh God, this is so good. Oh God. Joshua, the melted brown sugar part, it tastes like a candy. Joe was actually getting ready to make it boil up. And I did one of Joe's pet peeves.
Oh, that's why he's making a pigtail.
I did one of Joe's pet peeves. Let me tell you what it is. He can't stand when he wants to cook something and I get in there and start to tape some shows. But I wasn't taping shows today, honestly. The mukbangs I was taping. Like I said, I was just redoing that pizza to take the thumbnail. And I was finishing the end of the powder bun video. You might have seen all these videos already, I don't know. Anyways, this thing right here is addictive. I better stop. So, I don't think we're going to have the boil up today. Maybe tomorrow. And I'll try to tape a mukbang out of that. Comment below if that's one of your pet peeves. Do you hate when people lick up their finger when they eat? And I wouldn't do it in a restaurant. Honestly, I know how to behave in a restaurant.
I do it in a restaurant. I don't care. If it's good, it's good.
You know, a friend of mine, you know what her husband does when he's done eating to clean his teeth because he don't have a toothbrush? He tear a piece of the paper napkin and then he ball it up and put it in his mouth and he chew it. What? And while he's chewing it, he's cleaning the stuff out his teeth, cleaning stuff off the front, you know. And then he takes that out and he throws that away. And I have to admit, I do the same thing. I'm not gonna leave a restaurant and go to some, like, not even a restaurant, YouTube event. We're going to these YouTube events, and then you eat, and then pretty soon all kind of spinach and stuff is in your teeth. So you gotta figure out a way to do it, right? Anyways, let's get into these pet peeves. Are you going out the door, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, go out the door, Josh. So my first pet peeve is toothpick in the mouth. Joshua was leaving and he didn't. I don't like to see people walk around with toothpick hanging out their mouths. And what's even worse, if Joe's doing that here, and I step on that toothpick on the floor in my bare feet, I want to lose my mind. You hear this wind coming through the fireplace? The wind is blowing hard right now in town. We went to ride our bikes earlier today, and we had a really good ride. It was crisp and cold. On the way back when we stopped to pick oranges, every time we stop to pick oranges, I feel like Joel looks like those kids in The Sound of Music when Mary Poppins, what's her name? Julie Andrews. When Julie Andrews, what was her name in The Sound of Music? Maria. How do you solve a problem like Maria? When she took the drapes down, because they had new drapes for the mansion, and she made clothes for the kids, and they're over there picking fruits off the tree when the dad comes home, and he was mad because he wanted his kids out there in them raggedy old clothes. And that's what I feel like Joe looks like every time he's picking the oranges. So we picked some big, beautiful oranges off the trail because we are allowed to pick them. They just don't want you to like pack them up and go sell them, you know, because I feel like people in town would do that. They go by the street side or the swap meet or whatever. So we're picking the oranges, and I put the big heavy bag on my basket, and when I look, my front tire flat. We didn't even ride for a few days because the back tire was flat. By the time Joe got around to fixing it, he pinched the tube while he was putting it back in, and he busted the tube. So thank God we had an extra. He put that in the back tire. No, some kind of burr or some kind of, what do you call it thing? Thorn. It's a little burr though, what Belize people call burr. Anyways, that has to fix again. But we came back in time before the wind started to blow crazy like this. And I got in there and got busy and started to do all my stuff. So we finished with the toothpick. My mom didn't like us to have toothpick in our mouth because she said we could swallow that mess. And especially if you're in a car and the car stops suddenly, it doesn't even have to be an accident. She says that thing can go down your throat. And so we don't do toothpick. The only thing that I have toothpick for is to test the cake. I don't pick up my tooth with it, okay? Oh, listen to that wind. Okay, the second pet peeve on my list of pet peeves today. By the way, I love doing these pet peeve things. I feel like we're going to have a lot of these things to cover as we go along. If you guys have one, it doesn't have to line up with what I'm doing right here. Put it in the comments below. I want to hear what your pet peeve is, what you don't like about it, or what you know, if it doesn't bother you. Because you have a pet peeve that doesn't really bother you, right? Let me know, and maybe we'll address it in one of the next videos, all right? Anyways, oh, before I get into my second pet peeve, let me tell you what happened. So I had my videos at Facebook, my reels, and I have 13 videos towards the 15 that I need with 10,000 plays so that I can earn that extra bonus. Tell me why when I woke up this morning, 2 more videos was close. One was 9,700 plays. One was, they call it plays at Facebook, but it's views. One was 91 or 93, 95, I think. So I opened my computer. I saw that on the phone, opened the computer. And when I looked, those 2 videos appeared again, like it just newly got uploaded. And I had uploaded a different video. So I said, did I mess up? Did I like circle the whole thing on my phone and then do a mass upload? What did I do? So I went and looked back at the old videos to see those 2 that were doing well, and I saw them there. I double, triple, quadruple checked it. Then I scroll back up to the top of the feed and I deleted the 2 fresh ones that had like 800 views each. Tell me why when I deleted those videos the other 2 disappeared too. I think Facebook was glitching, and I should have left it alone for them to fix their glitch. But my thought process was, if those 2 videos are up there and people are viewing them, they're not going to go back and view those 2 that have a lot of views already, and they were so close to getting the 10K. So I have to work crazy. I have to work like crazy from now until the 19th to get 2 more to get to 10,000 views. Oh my God. That's one of my pet peeves with Facebook. Facebook is always glitching. For 10 days during this month that I've been working this plan, the whole bonus page went away and I didn't even know how many videos I had. Poor Christine, my viewer Christine, she has to check on her end to see which ones hit 10,000 because she's been helping me so much, and I really and truly appreciate it. Bella was the first one that started to show me how to get them over the 10,000 mark, and then she took a break, so Christine stepped up, and I really appreciate it. If you help me with something but you have to take a break because you got your own life, I'm not mad. I'm really, really grateful that you helped me, and when you come back around, if you want to help again, I'm here. I always need help, and I always ask for help. So the second thing on my list is smokers. I can't stand people who smoke. I don't like people who vape. Even if you're my friend, I'm still going to love you, but I'm still going to tell you to stop smoking because smoking causes bladder cancer. And I Googled that, so I believe it, you know, that it does. It's one of the #1 causes of bladder cancer. I lost a dear friend at the start of this year. Marie was on this show before, came all the way from Australia. Unfortunately, she developed bladder cancer. And yes, she was a smoker. I don't know if they told her that caused it or what, but she didn't make it. I don't like the smell of smoke in clothes and stuff like that. I don't like second and third hand smoke. I can't stand being in traffic next to somebody at a red light. My windows are up, their windows are down, and they're smoking, blowing that thing. It still gets in the car some way, somehow. And it's so annoying. I'm so glad that they've banned smoking at so many different locations and events and stuff like that, that I can still go out and enjoy life and not have to smell cigarette smoke. I hate that they can still smoke at the beach because, you know, that's my place. But I can't stand the smoking, guys. I don't dislike the smoker per se because I have a lot of friends that smoke, but I can't stand the smoking, and I will try to convince you to stop smoking. I heard that if you take a sip of milk before you take that cigarette, it'll change the taste of the cigarette, that you will not like it anymore. I don't know if it's true because I've never smoked. I've always had a weight problem, and I decided a long time ago that I'm not going to smoke or drink because I don't want to have to try to quit those things and then still deal with a weight issue. All right, so that's just my thing. The next thing on the list is letting your partner do all the work or make all the decisions. Yeah, letting your partner make all the decisions. Joe does not make all the decisions in this household. I don't make all the decisions in this household. And honestly, a lot of the decisions I'll go to Joe because I want that cover from him. So I don't go there and make wild decisions by myself and then come back later and go, oh, I'm in trouble now, Joe, can you help me with this? No, I always ask his advice. I go and I ask Joshua what to do next when it comes to my with technology and stuff like that. We all love to eat out, but unfortunately for some of us, it's not the healthiest option. How would you like to make better than restaurant quality meals at home? With my second cookbook, The Pantry Laid Bare, you can make Chinese food without all that added MSG. Breads and bagels are a cinch because no appliances are needed. Pizza. It's not delivery, it's the stovetop. With 3 ingredients plus warm water, make a thick batter, spread in a cast iron skillet, then add sauce and topping of your choice. Cook 5 minutes uncovered, cover, cook 10 more minutes, then serve. These 111 recipes will bring out the inner chef in you. Get a copy today only at www.barepantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com. Refusing to help with chores, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't really have that problem here, honestly. Everybody pitches in. If the kids are not doing their part to keep that bathroom clean, you know, we get after them and they're like, okay, we'll go keep it clean. Joe helps with a lot of the chores, believe it or not. When he used to work, you know, for the man, I did all the chores here and he would come home and just spend wonderful time with the children. You know, Joe, these kids are so lucky and blessed at the same time because they had a dad that was hands-on. The minute he came home, he played with them. He gave them a bath for me. He did all that stuff. And now chores have switched since, you know, it switched when Joe lost his job and we opened the shop. Our chores switched and we just took on the roles that we needed to take on. Like, for example, I used to take the kids to school and pick them up from school. And then when we opened the factory, Joe started to take them to school and I would pick them up. So while he took them to school, I would make the lunch and the breakfast. But now that we closed the shop and we're just doing YouTube full time, Joe makes all the breakfast. And then I'll do like the side dishes for the lunch and dinner. And then he'll do the entrees. I don't know, we just kind of fell into the role. So we don't have that issue, but I could see that being a pet peeve if, you know, people didn't pitch in over here. Being rude to the wait stop, I can't stand that. I really can't. There's no reason to be rude to people who are serving you your food or the flight attendants, you know, on the plane and stuff. Some, you know, they have a hard enough job to do than for us to sit there and be rude. Serving people is a hard. I don't like to serve. I don't like to serve. That's why I never wanted to have a restaurant, you know, or to do catering and stuff. I don't like serving. Point blank, period. Maybe that's why I don't belong to church, because I don't like serving. Acting jealous. When I first got married to Joe, because I was 20 and Joe was 29, I really thought that if he acted jealous, that would prove that he loved me. And one day I asked him, how come you never act jealous? And he goes, you never give me any cause to be jealous. And he goes, jealousy is just, you know, stupid and petty. And immature. You know, why would I want to be that way? And that really resounded with me way back then. And I'm so glad that I have a husband that don't ever act jealous. He never gets jealous. I can talk to anybody, everybody. And he's not like, you know, going through my phone, going through my email. Oh God, no. I don't give him any cause, so he doesn't have to do anything like that. And vice versa. You know what I mean? Being self-centered. I think a lot of people nowadays are considered to be narcissistic, but not everybody is narcissistic. Some people are just self-centered. It's just about them. And I feel like those people need to be taught. You know, it's like, no, it's not always about you, and consider other people's feelings in this. And, you know, my mom used to say, if you think you're upset because all you have is bananas to eat, think about the man that's picking up the peeling that you throw on the floor, you know, and trying to eat that, right? So just always, I think it comes from an attitude of gratitude. You know, I saw something on Instagram when the governor sent us in California that $350. That came in handy for me to fix my camera, guys. I posted it to show how the stuff was coming like a debit card, because some people might throw that stuff away. And somebody might comment, somebody I don't know said, what's $350 gonna do? And I said, it's gonna fix my camera so I can use it again to make more shows, to make more money. And I said, you know, gratefulness is the key to more. That's what I said in the comments to her. Gratefulness is the key to more. When you give something to a little kid and they're so grateful, like, thank you, mommy, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, you want to give them the whole world, right? Well, I feel like if we're grateful for everything that we get, we're going to get more, because you want to give the kid more when he's happy. So, bad table manners. I don't like people to eat with their mouths open. I don't like belching at the table. The elbows on the table don't bother me. I think that's old school stuff. I don't like people to slurp. What else? I don't like them to smack when they're chewing. I don't like them to bite you. I think we covered all this in another mukbang already, but I don't like bad table manners, all right? And then throwing shade through jokes. You have a friend like that? You're always the butt of their jokes. I don't like that. And when I see friendships like that, to where the one person's always getting hit by being the butt of that person's joke, I'm like, that's not a true friend, you know, because you don't have to throw shade at people to, you know, tell a joke. I don't believe in that, especially if you're friends. You don't have to like put each other down to crack a joke. There's other jokes you can tell without having to put that person down all the time. So there you go, guys. Those are my pet peeves. I always try to do 10. I'm liking this. I'm like, this is like my second video I'm recording with this, and I'm kind of liking it. I hope I don't run out of pet peeves. I like the crunchy bottom. This is a small batch one, but honestly, this could serve like 5 people if you're not being greedy. You know? Anyway, I've had a wonderful time with you guys today. I'm put this thing back before I get sick. If you like this video, check out this one that I've listed here at the end cards for you. Bye.
This is the Bare Pantry Show.